Hello, welcome back to this special edition of the BrainTap Business Journal podcast. We have with us today a very special guest, somebody I've been working with for quite a number of years now, and I'm really excited about some of his breakthroughs he's made in brain technology and how to use different devices out there to figure out how to get better results for his patients and how to fit BrainTap into the equation. So I want everyone to welcome Dr. Kelly Miller. Hello, Dr. Miller.
Good morning.
Great to have you here. Sorry to get you up so early for this, but that's what we're all about, is getting people's brains woke up. So tell me a little bit, or tell the listeners a little bit about your background and how you got into using BrainTap in regards to the brain mapping software, which we'll get into in a little bit.
Sure. So I guess I got into the brain, evaluating the brain out of self-preservation because I played rugby for 21 years. Probably made 10,000 tackles or got tackled, and had a pretty bad car crash where I wasn't seatbelted, cracked my head against the windshield. But I'm 63 now. I probably started noticing some problems in the late 50s that I was just not accessing information that I should know. I mean, even things in clinical that I differentiation, I'd have to go back and look up things, and I couldn't remember people's names and places and things. So I started searching, and so I started looking. I used the BrainTap device. We got that 2 or 3 years ago, and started using that. Then I started getting some brain mapping done, and I found out, when I got my first brain map, the guy goes, "How many concussions have you had?" So there's obviously some problems there.
I know there are some listeners out there that are probably going, "Wow, brain mapping, what does this mean? Is this something like like they have the $60,000 machines that Dr. Amen uses, or they have some other machines that are $20,000, $60,000. Tell us a little bit about the device you're using that I think is really a breakthrough in how to do this brain mapping, and how you discovered what the brain's doing and how you're fixing it now with BrainTap and other things.
Right. Well, I got if people have looked at brain mapping equipment, or a lot of people probably haven't, I would say the average price range is probably 18 to 25,000 and up. But basically you're wearing, I call it a scrum cap, but it's like a shower cap, and it's got 19 leads. It's called QEEG brain mapping, and it's measuring 5 different wave patterns: your delta, your theta, your alpha, beta, then high beta. And it's measuring it off each one of these 19 leads, and it's measuring it left to right, and also the overall balance. So one of the things we have a picture, if you can think of a brain that has all these spots on there, and you're getting the reading, is it normal, which is green, or is it high, red, very high, yellow, has different colors, so you can determine. And these people exhibit different neurobehavior and characteristics if they have high or low excess of any particular brainwave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very fascinating. I know that when you're doing this brain mapping, how much time did it take you to learn this? Because people are probably going, "Wow, do I need to go back to school and get another doctorate degree to be able to do brain mapping?" What does it really take?
No, really, the equipment I settled on, I actually looked at 5 different ones, and basically the equipment I got did everything the others did, and it was like 60% of the price. So that was like a no-brainer. It was around a little over $10,000. And the thing I liked about it is they actually had a program that would give you a board certification in neurofeedback, and they had great training. So really, I would say any doctor could do this if they get their person they're going to work with, and carve out like 2, 3, 4-hour segments, and they can get the bulk of it and do that. They're going to have a working knowledge. They're going to be able to do it, and it's like anything. The more you do it, the more proficient you become in it.
I know you're going to be sharing at the Business Summit a little bit, not only the business model, because you have a very unique business model that you're going to share with people, and you're going to, on Thursday night, for those VIPs that are coming in, you're going to actually demonstrate a brain mapping session. You're going to go through that. And then on Sunday, which is really exciting, that anyone listening to this that's coming to the event can attend your presentation. We're calling it Protocol Sunday. So tell us a little bit about what the listener can glean from this experience. And also, I should say, during the event, you're going to be there you're going to have a booth there, and you're going to be there doing these brain if they want to sign up, they can sign up with you and get these brain maps done so they can start seeing how their brain is working. And then we have specifically developed sessions based on your research that work with the brain. So tell us a little bit about those two little seminars you're going to do.
Yeah, and so just to share a little bit, one of my visions with the brain was we have epidemics of brain problems. We have autism, ADHD. We have 50 million Americans that are diagnosed with anxiety. We have 60 million Americans taking something for sleeping issues. All these are brain imbalances. And one of the things that's interesting that we've developed from this information is that in the adult brain and the aging brain, there's a tendency of the left side slowing down and the right side speeding up, and this causes anxiousness and depression. So this is the beginning of cognitive decline. That's why you've helped us develop new programs to help rebalance the left and right brain. But one of my visions was kind of a virtual office. And so what we're able to do is we've combined multiple different technologies so that we can do a comprehensive, a doctor can come in, learn how to assess and learn how to treat and have all the different pieces of the equipment that he needs at a very reasonable cost. And the other thing is we've been able to do this series of lectures. I'm in Tampa now, but my youngest daughter still lives in Kansas City, Missouri. I think the grandfather clock may kick in here in a second, Patrick. But she's got two little babies, so I wanted to, be involved in their life. So I put a clinic back in Kansas City, like in 300, 400 square feet. I go there once a month, 3 days. I do a lecture, and we get, half a dozen patients. So we're building practice, pays for it. I'm making money there. We just opened another practice in Naples. Tuesday, I went there off the lecture that you videoed for me, that one for the Florida Chiropractic Association. We got I evaluated 11 patients in 2 days. So I'm going back next week for the report of findings. And we're doing another talk, and I've already sold 30 plus tickets for the talk. So this is, people are really wanting, this is it's a great timing. And, we've been working together on the presentations and the report of findings, to help the doctors be successful with this.
Right. With everything that's going on out there with the aging brain and so many people wanting to keep their memories, the new 60 is really 70 or 80. People don't want to lose their memories, and we want to stay active. We are truly living in a 100-year lifestyle. I think that people could live to be 100 very easily, and they don't want to lose their memories. So you've come up with a way to train the brain using your assessment tool, and then assigning them with maybe some neurofeedback training and some BrainTap training, whatever they might need. But you've also combined it with other things. So because it's not just a one-size-fits-all, tell us a little bit about how you help a doctor assess a patient and what other things might they need to work on so that their brain becomes more efficient.
Yeah, so one of the things is just a simple physical exam, and this is stuff that we've done variations from, but we're just really missing it. We're not paying attention. So we look at posture. These core muscles are involved in the balance, and they're involved in the developmental of a child. And as the aging patient goes, they lose this core strength, which is affecting their lower brain, and the lower brain crosses over and affects the frontal cortex. So that's all involved. So we do postural core strengthening. We work at balance. We look at their eyes, and you'll see abnormal movement. Those are cranial nerves come from the lower brain. So again, all these are little signals that we can pick up early, and we can do rehab in the office. And again, we can train the patient to do that at home. And some people need a little help and guidance, just like if you need a personal trainer, you've never done anything. And then we have other tools. We have a sound vibration plate that helps with the balance. We have another balance computerized game that they can look at, and it'll help their balance. So we're using PEMF to increase circulation. One of the things we do in the evaluation with heart rate variability, and a device called the Max Pulse, which checks the circulation. Circulation is really big in the brain, so we want to make sure that the circulation is getting there. And everybody has a different come in. So we have a kind of a category when after we do the evaluation, is this a category 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how severe? And obviously the worse they are and their cognitive testing is really poor, then the more, the more work the patient and more urgency there is.
I think the most impressive thing that I found while keeping the patient confidential is that you've been able to share with us several case studies where people who really were in cognitive decline, and within 60 to 90 days, they're functioning again. In fact, I think if you want to share a little bit about you said there was a gentleman that came in, wasn't even able to walk down the hall, and then with some core strength exercising, the brain balancing exercises, the brain fit and other things, he's now walking and things. So tell us a little bit of some of the the brain miracles, I guess you'd say, that have been happening because of all this technology merging together and working with people.
Yeah, I've got multiple over 80-year-old patients, 82, 80, 82, 86, 88. Got one guy just turned 90. And a lot of these guys had balance. You know, I used to have a multidisciplinary practice, and we had video nystagmography, and we evaluated. I didn't really get then, like I get now, that when a patient, older patient, has a balance problem, it's a brain problem. It's the beginning, you know, it's bad. And you know, unfortunately, one of my Alzheimer's patients fell and broke her hip, and that was the end of it. In 6 weeks, she died. So, you know, keeping the elderly patient from falling is huge. But these guys couldn't even stand statically, just putting one foot in front of the other, you know, heel to toe. Couldn't even stand there to balance. And then we have, after just a few weeks after these strengthening exercises of the balance, they're walking heel to toe, you know, down the length of the corridor in the office.
These are some fantastic results, and I'm sure that our BrainTap doctors and clinics are going to love just to hear this, see this, experience it. You're going to share them. You're going to be hands-on. You're going to be there during the whole seminar. So if they want to come over to your booth, or maybe they want to pre-schedule one of these brain scans, what would they do, Dr. Miller?
Well, I guess we can, I'll give my cell phone out, 816-210-6913. They can contact me. So it takes about 45 minutes to do a brain scan. So we'll probably, a brain mapping. So we'll probably schedule in 45-minute increments. So I'll just start making up a schedule if anybody wants to come by the booth and experience it.
Right. And how much time should they plan on that?
It's going to take 45 minutes.
Okay, so we're going to have a lot of time there. We're going to be there for 3 full days. You're going to be doing a presentation on Thursday before for those VIPs that have signed up. Unfortunately, if you're listening to this and you go, gosh, I want to be a part of the VIPs, we've already sold out. We can only fit so many people into that program. But you can schedule with Dr. Miller now, get on the phone, call him, get it scheduled, find out what's happening with your brain. We have the protocols in place. We're working on more protocols. We just talked about it yesterday, in fact, that we're going to create some additional programs that can, because we know about that behavioral flexibility needs to be there, and the brain wants to have change. But where do you see all this going, Dr. Miller? What would you like to see happening with all this work you're doing?
Well, I guess I can share a little bit what we've been talking about. I've acquired savingyourbrain.com, and so I have 3 clinics: savingyourbraintampa.com, Saving Your Brain KC, Saving Your Brain Naples. So what I really envision is we're going to team up and we're going to teach these doctors from A to Z everything they need to do to assess a patient, the different protocols they can use, and we're going to have them access to Saving Your Brain, and we're going to have data on there. So we have people to help them with the website. We're going to make training videos. So we're going to have an education process for the doctor, a number of different ways how they can implement this into the practice.
So if you're out there listening, wondering, gosh, what am I going to do with my life? Here's a way to help a lot of people. Saving Your Brain. You can go to savingyourbrain.com, right, and check it out. You can go to Saving Your Brain on Amazon, buy the book. It's an awesome book. You'll have it there at the conference, I'm sure, that people can buy. We also, for those listening and wondering, gosh, what's the research like on this? We took your research to Duke University, and we took it to the Neuro Center. They were so impressed with what you had. I'm sure we're going to be getting some more feedback from them, because what you're showing and how the BrainTap can actually change brain function and improve these people, blew them away, because of course they don't think the same way that people outside of the institutions think. So this is kind of an out of the box, hey, let's get everything working in the direction. Let's really focus on results of the patient. And I think you've done it. So you have a turnkey solution. I mean, when you come to the seminar, if you sign up and you want to be one of these Saving Your Brain wherever you live centers, you're going to have some information for them there at the event. You have a seminar they can go give. We're not going to be able to do all this at the weekend, because it would probably be another weekend seminar that once we get enough people, we'll plan on doing that. They can come, they can learn the seminar that they can go do, the ads that you use to do it, and then the whole procedure. You know, once they learn that procedure and they follow it, just like baking a cake, they can bake the same cake and put their own frosting on it, whatever they need to do. So is there anything I've left out that you'd like to share with the BrainTap universe so that they get there? I can't stress enough that you need to get there, meet Dr. Miller, find out about this software, this hardware, find out if this is something you can do, because every city in America, there's not one place in the world actually that doesn't need a Saving Your Brain center. It's just, that's the way it is. I mean, we're all getting better looking and more intelligent with age, and we want to keep our brains with it. So, you know, what do you want to share with the listening audience before we break today?
Well, I'd just like to say, you know, we started, as a practitioner, I tried to do different things to see how it worked. And so right now, you know, one of the things we'll do, just a little secret, we're doing social media through Eventbrite, and we're spending about $400, and we're getting 40 people there consistently now. We sell out every event. And so now we're just working on, you know, the better presentation, better conversion rates. So we have these things in place, but it's just exciting because, you know, literally I can put all the equipment I need to evaluate a patient in one little suitcase. I can drive in a car. I can go with 30 minutes, 60 minutes. I can get on a plane, go here, and I've got a virtual office anywhere.
Right. So there you have it, doctors. You can continue to do the same old thing, getting the same old results, or you can come listen to Dr. Miller, learn what he's doing, pick his brain, buy his services. I mean, it's going to be like a coaching program or something, I'm sure. You'll figure that out between now and then. But this is something that not only can be very economical for the doctor, but I think it's very timely for the patients. I mean, we have so many patients that are being told there's nothing we can do about this. Go home, get your affairs in order. We really can't help you. And that's not true at all, is it? We can save the brain at any age.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, there's 7 stages of Alzheimer's, and I'll share that in the seminar. And you can catch people in stage 3 and reverse it. I'm convinced of that. Unfortunately, it's really tough when you get in 6 and 7, because someone can go from stage 4 to 7 in literally months, you know, be functioning and then not be able to. I just had another chiropractor brought his dad in. He's 75 years old. The guy can't even stand up just to support his weight for 10 seconds to transfer. I mean, he's like a baby. He can there, and so that's just sad. That shouldn't happen. And, you know, the diagnosis of Alzheimer's before it occurs is that's been going on for 15 years. So it's a lot of these things, just simple things when you, like, where's my keys? Where did I put this? This disorganization for starting forgetting the things is many times that person is already in stage 3. So we can get in there and we can make changes with nutrition, lifestyle. So we're going to cover all the different factors that are involved with that.
Right. So there you have it. You don't have to go to specialized training. Dr. Miller can train you soup to nuts. Everything is right there. Of course, there could be some extra additional training with the neurofeedback device that you have, or the brain mapping software and things. That's going to take some experiences, but you can go there, learn about it, come to the conference. Remember, it's only the cost of your food really to be there. Bring yourself, your staff, come. We have a pretty good group right now. Our VIP is already sold out. We have room for about 40 more people. We have about 6 weeks left until the conference starts. So if you haven't scheduled, please call the office at 302-721-6677 or go to the website, braintaptech.com/summit-2019. You'll see how to register. The only fee you have, whether you're a BrainTap user right now or not, if you're not a user right now, you can still sign up. Come, we'll teach you all about it. You can make the decision when you're there. I know we have about 46,000 people in our database, so somebody might get this that isn't a BrainTap user yet, but you can start to implement tools like what Dr. Miller's talking about here and some of our other experts. This is a time where we bring in, really it's a mastermind about the brain, about how we can use BrainTap as a central hub, but there's a lot of other tools like what Dr. Miller's talking about here with brain mapping and how you can create a sustainable business doing that. But most importantly, you can help your community. You can help out family members. Imagine helping out someone who thinks their mother is gone because they have the onsets of dementia, but you can train their brain. You can save their brain literally, as Dr. Miller says. So Dr. Miller, I appreciate you being on the call today. I know we're going to spend a lot of time together. We're going to do some more calls and trainings after the event to help people. But if you're somebody that listened to this, you want to get started right away, Dr. Miller, just share your phone number one more time for them here.
Sure. My personal cell phone is 816-210-6913. If I'm not available, just leave a message and I'll get back with him as soon as possible.
Yeah. So give him a call, start figuring out what you want to do. Go online, go to Amazon, savingyourbrain.com, and buy the book. It's an awesome book. The Duke professors that we gave the book to were very impressed with it. And I think we're going to see more and more universities picking up on what you've done as we share it with them. You're going to get a chance to talk with the university heads of Guadalajara University is going to be there. He was very interested when I showed him your slides. And also the professors, the deans of education with the Brazil University that's going to be represented at the conference. So Dr. Miller, I hope you're ready for some really big things. And I hope everyone listening comes out to the conference and really learns, because what we have here is something fresh, new, different. And most importantly, what I like about it, Dr. Miller, it's easy. You know, you can teach people. You don't have to be a super brain. You can, as long as they follow your formula and follow your system that you've created, and they're going to get results for their people. So again, thank you for being on the call. We look forward to seeing you in March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in Raleigh at the BrainTap Business Summit.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you very much. And please tune in for other BrainTap Business Journal podcasts, because we're going to keep bringing you people exciting information like what Dr. Miller is sharing in the field of brain health, brain fitness, and not only how to improve your patient's life, but how to improve your life. Because if you're a doctor out there, why not save your own brain first? I mean, just like Dr. Miller said, save your brain, then you can save other people's. You know, keep your brain functioning into whatever age you want. I think we're living in a 100-year lifestyle, so we need to plan on living 100 plus. So again, thank you, Dr. Miller. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.